As you head into this in a couple weeks, what do you want for your character? What do you want to see?
For me, it's always the deeper exploration of who this man is. You know, I like that the audience has already invested in this family and invested in a way that they barely know them. We've kind of only scratched the surface, but yet they feel so familiar. So I think for me, going into the third season, it's a deeper understanding of who Jack is. You know, what his history is, what is something that influenced him to be, you know, the father that we all love, the husband that we all love, you know, the man who would run into a burning house to get a few family mementos.
What do you want to see your character go through this season?
Well, I want him to continue to get better. I think he understands where he's at, that this is sort of like, this is something that he's going to have to deal with for the rest of his life. This isn't just something that you get over. But I think he's armed with the right tools. I think he can do it. And I want to see where this relationship goes, you know? Is that a serious thing? Are there kids in his future? And I like the idea of him sort of wanting to talk about his dad, you know, and actually wanting to get the information and continue the healing process. So he's going to have a busy year.
I would love to see, like, the moment, like, when Randall and Beth get engaged. I think that would be really cool, like, right before then. Because I was just telling somebody, I feel like, though, I've talked to a lot of friends, and that moment is always so weird and tense for a lot of couples, because if the guy is acting really weird around that time because he doesn't want to say anything and he's freaking out, and he's trying not to tell her, and then she's misinterpreting it, or the woman is like, it needs to happen, and it's not happening. So she's getting ready to leave, and then it finally does happen. But I always find there's like this really rich tension that happens for a lot of people around that time. I'm curious to what it was like for them. You know, I don't feel like it was, you know, all sunshine and roses for them. I feel like there was probably a really interesting courtship. Yeah.
We got a little bit of a hint of future Randall. We're going to see future the rest of the family.
I hope so.
Well?
It might be fun to get into old age makeup. I don't know, but you know, if Randall's there, I might make it there.
So what's the most commonly asked thing? Like, what do the fans ask you? Now that we know how, you know, how Jack died, you know, that sort of big mystery has been solved. What do they want to know from you?
They want to know if I'm going to die. That has been the next biggest question. And then the question after that is...
What household appliance is responsible for it?
The question after that is usually, can you tell me anything about what's going to happen? Because they know that we're pretty good at not saying anything. So those are probably the two biggest ones.
What do you want to see for your character coming back this week? Not this week, this season.
This week, I'm like, what
this
do
week,
you know that I don't know?
You're going back to work.
Yep.
Now.
You're on the clock.
Yeah.
What do I want to see? I want to duet with Chrissy Metz, first and foremost.
Yeah.
I've put that out there many a time with Dan Fogelman. I'm like, I will slap on those prosthetics so quickly and sing with her. You have no idea how badly I want to do that. But I've heard that there's going to be a lot of like early days Jack and Rebecca courtship, which is fun because that means I get to be in like cool 70s costumes and long hair and like pretty makeup, making me look younger, not making me look older.
What do I want from my character? You know, I trust our writers and Dan Fogelman to the point like, whatever it is that you want to write, I'm in. I'm there for. But I think we're just going to delve even deeper into, you know, Beth and Toby and how every single one of these characters inform the other relationships and, of course, the big three. And then I think we're going to find out a little bit more about Jack and his Vietnam days, which I'm excited about. A couple of us have some theories, but I'm not going to discuss them. But I don't know much yet, so I can't give you any secrets.